All right. I say we get this party started. Good morning, everybody. Let me just get everything set up here. Let's share everything here. They say sharing is caring. And now, one last act. The camera. The camera's got to go on. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Let's say hello to everybody and then we'll get started. We have a lot to talk about today. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and see me okay. Carrie, Devin, Zenmaster, Richard, David, W. Wong, Rick, Ed, Timothy, Omar, Robert, Roddy, Tom, David, Robert. We got a lot of people here. Victor, Glenn, Jody, Terrence, JB, Wade, Manuel, Karen, good morning. Omar, Jill, Armulfo, Jose, Bancroft, Brian. Good morning, Brian. Mazen, Henry. Oh, Brian, I think we got it. I think we got the 8-day done. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I think I finally got it. I think we finally got it, Brian. I'm very happy about it. Last night, Matt, all of them checked out last night. Mazen, Henry, Ivano, Richard, Patrick. Let's see who else we got here. We got a lot of people here. Richard from Puente Gorda, Patrick, JB, Sarah, Steve, Penny, Cam. Good morning, Cam. Dr. Serena, Frankie, Jean, Edgar, Dave, Stephen, John, Scott, Todd, Kevin. Good morning, Kevin from Carlsbad. Look at you. What a beautiful place, Carlsbad. What a beautiful place. Darren, Vernon, Pam, Stacy, Blair, Dave, Keith, Laura, Tony, Gulshan. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Gulshan. No disrespect. Jesse, Ricky, Marco, Ray, Harry, Jesse, Rochelle. Good morning, Rochelle. Sassy Trainer, Rosalind. Rosalind, there is no spreadsheet in the pit. There is no spreadsheet in the pit. We don't keep a spreadsheet in the pit. We never kept a spreadsheet in the pit. We keep everything in the Telegram channel. That's for you, Rosalind, okay? Charlie, Blair, Raj, George, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and good morning and good morning. A few things. Please do not call out the live trades till they are closed. That's number one rule we have here. And the number two rule is smash that like button like I just did. And let's get this party started. Look at that, Dr. Serena. Love it, love it, love it. A few links for you. Now, folks, today is the big day. We're going to be live with Kane at 1 o'clock and show you guys how to target extra cashola on the weekend. All right? It's going to be a lot of good stuff. The world premiere, Kane's brand new income strategy, puts your money to work mostly while the market is closed over the weekend, while you're off doing whatever you like to do. All right? Extra money over the weekend. Who does not like that? Put your money to work while you're off for the day. All right? Love it, love it, love it. Click that link. And also, I will be in my VIP room beforehand. Here's the link for that. And we're going to be starting in just a second. And last but not least, let's see here. There you are, Cam. Yes, Landman was amazing. I love Landman. Came. It's my new favorite show, Landman. I just saw your post, Cam. Sorry, Cam. I confuse you guys sometimes. I talk to both of you so much. Richard, good morning. Hope you are well. Actually, glad you are here. We got a lot to talk about today. And here's my email address, roger@rogerscott.com for any trading questions. All right, as you guys can see, the Nasdaq is up just a hair. The Dow's up about 140 points. The biggest issue today is what impact will Nvidia have on the market? And you'll notice here that overnight, on the 5-minute, it's been really rough, but it's been moving higher and higher and higher. It's only down 0.82 for the day. I mean, the day hasn't started yet, but it's only down 0.82. and the trajectory has actually been moving higher, not lower. Here's the earnings gap. Here we overcame the earnings gap at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and we've been going higher. If we can go to this level, the 146 level, which is not that far up, we're going to be positive for. Hey, Gustavo, there you are. You should chat me up, man. I'm very social. Yeah, Gustavo, chat me up, please. Talk to me about dogs. I love your dog, man. I'm jealous. I want Adobe just like it. Exactly, Stacy. But that is the biggest concern I have. That's actually what Stacy, you took the wind out of what I was just about to say. So you see this level 146. If we can get above 146, we're looking good. But honestly, the numbers were not bad. The forward-looking statements were not bad. What was bad was the fact that Wall Street is expecting. Hey, Moondog, good luck to you. The problem is that Wall Street was expecting more. And that's a major, 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 major issue. And that's telling us that earnings on Wall Street are becoming a little bit overdone. The PE ratio is becoming overdone. You may or may not have noticed. I think it's a record, Dr. Serena. I think we've got a record. Remember I said we're going to start picking up after the election, and we did. Yeah, we're doing great. Let's keep this momentum up. I have a lot to talk about today, and I don't want to afterwards say, I should have said that. I want to get it all out of my system so you guys have a great day. So the fact that we took out this level, and folks, this is the level you want to pay attention to today with Nvidia. The level is right here, 142.58. Why do you want to pay attention to that level? Because that's the gap down level on earnings. Notice when we overcame that level, we started rallying. And you know what will happen if we go below that level, which is right below the VWAP, incidentally, right here? We're going to start hitting the low. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to hit the low. I actually think we're going to come back up. I kind of like what I'm seeing right now. And the fact that we gapped down and went up overnight is and the fact that we overcame that level, that 142.50-ish level or 60-ish level, whichever number I just told you, it doesn't have to be exact. Just this level right here, You don't have to be down to the nickel, but, somewhere right here. Basically, if we break the VWAP, right, and start going lower, it's going to be very bad for the market. Although, as I said, I don't think that's going to happen. And I prefer to see this type of price action before the market opens. The fact that we gapped down and we already filled that gap, and we're literally almost at where we closed, just a hair below where we closed last night. This is telling me investors want to. Good morning, War Dog. This is telling me. Sorry to hear that, Andrew. I hope you make the future. It's worth coming to. I promise you, I'll make today worth it. So I think that if we start filling in this gap, I think Nvidia will be positive. And actually, the overall market didn't react negative to it. Okay, thank you, Philip. So again, I'm not really bearish on Nvidia, and the fact that Nasdaq 100 is already turning positive this early on in the morning is a positive sign. I'll also talk about other signs that are looking good, but I'm not really all that bearish on Nvidia, but I am going to tell you that Nvidia is going to be the stock that's going to be on my screen today because of earnings and because it's such a big influence on the market. Michael says, is the green candle next to the last gap down red candle is 60 to 70% of the red? I'm not sure, Michael. I'll let's see here. I don't want to get into it right now, all the candle sizes and all that. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. Penny says, need advice. Roger's image normally on top above all charts, but today it's covered. Here, my image is, I'll move it to a different screen, Penny, if that'll make any difference. It's now on a completely different screen. Did SPY candle look promising if you believe in such things? It does, and I'll talk about it. Give me a chance. We haven't even got to the commodities yet. I'm kind of talking about the overall market. I've got a lot to talk about today. How overnight, how early trading. It's overnight markets, Ralph. It's global markets and overnight markets and European markets. Okay. So we all know that the big earnings today is going to be PDD and Baidu. We're going to be focused on China a little more than usual. Snow came out better than expected. I don't think PanW did. And we're still reeling from Target and TJ Maxx. from consumer staples. Target and TJ Maxx is telling us that consumer discretionary and consumer staples may be in a recessionary period. After all, Target is a big barometer. One of the reasons why I shorted the stock that I did in the pit yesterday because of the negative connotation that came with Target earnings. Please don't mention the stock here. Let's all be adults about it, okay? It doesn't move. On my screen, my picture moves. I can move it anywhere I want. I think there's I'm sure Cam and Gustavo can answer that question. And we do have other earnings today, but they're not first tier earnings. First tier earnings are over. Yeah, snow blast off about 20% up. I'll talk about that in a minute. Folks, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. You'll get notified as soon as I'm live. Okay? And we have 365 people in the room. We have 105 likes. If you're enjoying this, hit the like button. All right. As far as news today, we've got a couple of things coming up which are also going to impact the market. We may have a pretty good day today, pretty interesting day in the market today. You've got jobless claims. You've got existing home sales. What's going to be the big report today? It's going to be the manufacturing index. Everybody wants to see what manufacturing is doing. This is going to be the big report for today. And also existing home sales, not as much, but the manufacturing report and continued claims, not new claims. That's nothing. Continued claims, which are probably going to be just fine. But this is going to be the main report, the Philadelphia manufacturing. We want to see if manufacturing is starting to pick up or if manufacturing is starting to take off. Okay. Very, very important. I know it doesn't have a red star by it, but I'm telling you, the manufacturing report is the big factor we need to pay attention to. Okay. Big factor. All right. Crude oil. Crude oil hit the 50-day moving average and backed off. Backed off. Okay. Completely backed off. My suggestion is to wait till we're below the 68.40 if you want to do crude. If you look at the energy sector, and this takes into account all of the energy, not just crude oil, but natural gas and everything else, you will see that it's not really doing the same thing. Here, one second. You'll see that energy sector is breaking out while crude oil is breaking down. Okay, two very different reactions. That's because the energy sector takes into account all energy, not just crude oil and like heating oil and distribution. But in terms of crude oil is not doing all that great. I'm neutral on the energy market right now. If I see something breaking up and above the 52-week high or 20-week high, I'll take the long side. If I see something to the short side breaking down, I'll take it to the downside. If it's a crude oil stock, I will only take it to the downside right now. Okay. Good morning, Michael from California. Wow. 5:14. That's the time I used to wake up. US dollar is rising right now. Matter of fact, I was actually looking here. I was looking at my email. The first thing this morning when I woke up, literally the first thing on my, let's see what's going on here. Come on, email. The first thing this morning. No, right here. Right here, 6:26 in the morning. Trump's tariffs. It's actually an interesting article, and it doesn't really talk politics. It doesn't even say it. It questions whether he's going to do it, but it says how much he loves tariffs and how we have to be prepared for tariffs. When you see a headline like that in the New York Times at 6:30 in the morning, yes, that is definitely an impact. That definitely has an impact on the market. There's no question that cannot have an impact on the market. Why it has an impact on the market is because companies are reacting to what he's saying right now. Okay. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Bob. Ooh, 14. I think we got a new record here. But my point is not to get into a political conversation. And again, the article's very good. The article's like, look, we don't really even know if he's going to do it or not. But that's what he's saying, how much he loves tariffs. So the presumption is that he will, and it is impacting toy stocks, consumer stocks, t-shirt stocks, clothing stocks, electronic stocks, and toys. So just keep an eye on those sectors. Keep an eye on those sectors because the U.S. dollar is not their friend. And here, let me just pull up gold here. while we're at it. I will, Liddy. I'll talk about Nvidia. I spent the last 5 minutes talking about Nvidia, and I'll talk more about Nvidia. Um, so if we go to here, if we go to 4 months, you could see that gold right now is right at the 50-day moving average and right at the quarter-day VWAP. As I mentioned yesterday, I need to see gold rally above the quarter-day VWAP, which would be above the 2670 level, or ideally, I'd really like to see gold above the 2718 level. That'll give me a real warm and fuzzy feeling that we're going to go higher. Till we get to this level, I'm not going to feel that way. And then I probably add somewhere right around here for us to make a new high. Angie, good morning, Angie. She says, so he would do away with income tax to counter that. No, nobody's doing away with income. Angie, 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 nobody's doing away with income tax. No, nobody's doing away with income tax. Let's not even begin to talk about that. There's nobody's doing away with income tax. Um, no, that would just be to offset a few things. Good, Richard. I'll look at it again in just a few seconds. But nobody's doing away with income tax. Um, that's really not even an issue at this point. Tariffs are, income tax is not, and nobody's doing away with income tax. That's the funniest thing I've heard, actually. Right here, 2721. Yeah, yeah. Right here, 27. Right here, 2723. All right, China. What does China have for us? Nothing. I mean, look at this. They're down 0.22. This is their top 50 stocks. We're seeing nothing. But we do have PDD and Baidu today. That may spark something in China. Although I'm not really seeing anything one way or another. Yeah, trust me, we'll have that. We'll have taxes till we die. Okay, I can assure you a few things: death and taxes. Exactly what Alien just said. Taxes. Oy vey. The 20-year the long bond is right at the VWAP. I mean, at the 8-day EMA. I confused the VWAP and the 8-day EMA because one I use for daily, one I use for intraday. But right here, we're keying off. If you want to be more certain, you'd want to wait till we're at 90.80, 90.08. But as long as we keep hovering around here, right around the 8-day, I think we're going to come right back down and make a new low. At least that's what the U.S. dollar and that's what U.S. dollar is pointing to. All right. Right, exactly. Maybe Bezos, Trump, and Elon Musk. But yeah, if you're sarcastic, that's a good joke. That's a good joke, Angie. That's a good one. Then, if that's a joke, that's a good one. Taxes. Oh yeah. How much I would love to see taxes taken away. Oh my goodness. I'd probably be the happiest guy in the world if that happened. Oh, thanks, Cam. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. You're right, Alan. They will. All right. So bond market lower, gold market choppy, maybe higher. A big question mark. You got 2 points of resistance here. Crude oil lower, energy higher. Um, we're all over the place basically with commodities right now. But I'm not a fan of the US dollar right now. Not a fan of the US dollar. All right, let's put everything together. Let me just look at Nvidia one more time. Yep, look at Nvidia. There we go. That's what we were looking at. That's what we were looking for right there. And we got it. Oh, all right. That's what we were looking for. All right. Let's put everything together and then we'll get into technicals. I do have a lot to talk about with technicals today. Yeah, Baidu missed, PDD missed. Thanks, Cam. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's take a look at them actually. PDD. Yeah. PDD's down 10% and Baidu is down 2.5%. Not a good day for Chinese stocks. Definitely not a good day for Chinese stocks. Speaking of Chinese stocks, remember, we're live at 1 p.m. with Kane, world premiere, extra income over the weekend. He's been killing it with that program. I'll be in my VIP room at noon today. At noon, Cam is always ready for you guys. Here's his link. All right. Got there. All right. Sorry, guys. Just needed to check something here. And here's my email address, roger@rogerscott.com, in case you guys need anything. All right. So a raft of U.S. economic data is going to be coming out in just a few minutes, including the manufacturing and jobless claims and existing home sales. Please try not to initiate trades till about 10 a.m. today, if possible. I hardly ever do that. I mean, I think yesterday was the first time. Yesterday was the first time since I launched the pit that I placed a trade before 10 a.m. The first time, and I did that because of the earnings on target. Don't do it. It's not that great. I mean, do it if you know what you're doing, but otherwise, don't do it very often. We also have Beth Hammock speaking today. We'll see, but these are going to be. This is going to set the tone. But honestly, I think Nvidia is what's driving the market right now. Let's come back here. Target plunged over 21% and could potentially be telling us that the consumer discretionary market is in a recession, potentially. They also cut their full year guidance. You guys know what increasing your guidance or cutting your guidance does. Good. Excellent. Qualcomm, I told you that I was bearish on Qualcomm a few days ago. Roger, you never said anything about Qualcomm. Yeah, I did. Not only that, I have it on my list. Let's see. Actually. Let's see here real quick. Tuesday and Monday. I had Qualcomm on my list. All right. Qualcomm got downgraded. The stock is down, and I think it's going to go lower. No, we need taxes for infrastructure, police farm. Yeah, of course we need taxes. She was joking around, Joanne. She was kidding around. She was just being sarcastic. Thank God she was being sarcastic. Lisa Cook stated on Wednesday that it would likely be appropriate for the Fed to gradually lower interest rates toward a more neutral stance, citing progress on inflation. Again, did we see progress on inflation the last CPI and PPI? No, we didn't. Strength in labor market, yeah, we've seen that. She added that the magnitude and timing of a rate cut would depend on incoming data. Then why did you lower rates half a basis point, lady? Why? Nobody wants to answer that question. If now you want to wait and be so conservative, why did you go full in and go half a basis point in the first meeting? Nobody wants to answer that question for us. Isn't that funny? Nobody wants to take responsibility, and nobody wants to say, hey, we started a little too fast, too soon. We started a little too fast, too soon. Nobody wants to say that, even though it happened less than 2 months ago. We now have a 59% chance that they're going to cut rates. They will. They have no choice at this point. They're posturing, but they're going to cut rates. 40% chance of no rate cut. They will be cutting rates because of the 10-year. They are under pressure to do so now. Even what they don't want to say is, guys, we made a big doo-doo by cutting rates half a basis point. So instead of saying that, we're just going to play close to the vest and be passive aggressive now, which is exactly what they're doing. Okay. Philadelphia manufacturing comes out at 8:30, which is set to be released. All eyes are focused on the manufacturing data. That's very, very important. As I said, this is the most important report today. Jobless claim seems to be fine. That's not really even in view. Existing home sales is going to be important. Keep an eye on stocks that are related to homes. For example, Black and Decker. Okay, Black and Decker, home building equipment, home supplies, roofing equipment, steel, lumber, smart home equipment. Basically, take the home, and connect everything that goes around the home that you buy when you buy a home, home improvement stuff, all that is in play right now. Zillow, anything relating to homes, 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 homes. Rochelle says, honestly, are you high? Who are you talking to, Rochelle? Rochelle, who are you talking to? I don't know who's high. Anyway, who are you talking to? I'm just reading the news, Rochelle. I'm not really making any big statements here. Uh, yeah, yeah. Anyway, Rochelle, I don't know who you're talking about, but let me know. Let me know. But anyway, home builders and manufacturing is what you need to pay attention to. Those are going to be the most important reports today. Um, very, very important reports for the housing market. Europe. Oh, making joke. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not high. I'm not high. Uh, so existing home sales with interest rates going much, much higher. Home sales, homes is a major, 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 major issue about the Fed. Yeah, I think they are. I think they have been smoking something, especially before their announcement. Um, So Europe down just a hair. Notice down just a hair. Geopolitical concerns are what? What Putin? Who's Putin? What nuclear? What? Nobody. People forgot about it pretty quick. Nvidia and technology stocks are in focus right now. And although Europe lost ground, as you could see here, as you could see, U.S. stocks are now picking up pretty good steam from that. I don't know why my TC 2000 just closed up on me. Hold on, let me open it back up. Come on, TC 2000. Nvidia. You could see this is what's going to be driving the market today. This is what's going to be driving the market today. Nvidia, chip stocks. And I have a lot to say about chip stocks, actually. Folks, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Okay? Now, got 175 likes. We should have at least 250 by now. But we still have plenty of time here. So they're down. Nvidia. Auto stocks also led the decline. We'll take a look and see what auto stocks are doing. And believe it or not, I know this sounds surprising to a lot of people. There is quite a bit of correlation between Tesla and traditional auto stocks, and more and more and more every day. It's becoming more correlated with auto stocks. I know a lot of folks believe that Tesla is more correlated to solar stocks and solar energy, but I actually did a correlation study, and I was surprised to see that Tesla is actually pretty correlated to to auto stocks, which I thought was kind of surprising, right? It's such a different animal, but it is a car. Kirk says, good morning. Good morning. Fast fact, 30-year mortgage have increased. Yeah, I mean, look, Kirk. I mean, Jeff, excuse me, Jeff. I mean, look at the 20-year, look, bonds go down, yield goes straight up. This is directly inverse to yield. So yes, it's not a fun fact. It's a sad fact. But notice the Powell. What? Long bond increased? We've been lowering rates. What are you guys talking about? What? Completely ignoring it. He's completely ignoring the pink elephant. He's completely ignoring the fact that he lowered rates right here. And they went lower, lower, lower for about 5 days. And then they started going higher. And they've been going higher since middle of September. For 2 months now, interest rates have been going straight up. He lowered them 2 months and 10 days ago, roughly speaking, and he hasn't said one word about it. What? Long bond? What? What? No, no, he's not talking about it at all. It's embarrassing what he did, okay? Embarrassing. All right. Yeah. Over the last month. All right. Um, China. Well, we just have to look at here to see what China's doing. Do you guys see China doing anything at all? By the way, let me it's my obligation to draw a trend line. That's the next level. 2987. If we break 2987, it's not going to be pretty for us. Not going to be pretty at all for us. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Kevin, guess what? They right now, okay, so here's my thing. If we don't need to lower rates, then why are you lowering rates half a basis point and all of a sudden stopping? That obviously has to do with the fact that what you were doing before isn't working. So they have to keep lowering rates to keep acting like they're correct now because they started something. You see, they started. All they had to do was wait till the election was over. Wait till now, we would still be right here and we would all be speculating of what's going to be the next step. We don't, they started. They're now deflationary. And that's it. We started something. And now we have to keep going because if they don't lower rates, this is going to continue moving south. They now have a gun to their head to lower rates. They may not, but they have to, or we're going to have a problem. And somebody's going to say, Mr. Powell, um, can you explain to us why, since you've lowered rates, credit card, long bond has been only going up? What is he going to say to that? It's going to put him in a pickle. Chinese do love to gamble. They do. They do. All right, let's continue. So China's not giving us any tailwind. Japan closed lower today, sentiment dampened by the outlook for AI chip sector. Concerns over escalating conflict between Russia and Ukraine is not in focus at all right now. Real estate stocks led the decline on Thursday. We have to look for real estate here too. All right, let's now look at reaction to the news that came out 2 minutes ago. We had jobless claims. Let's see. Hasn't posted yet. Let's see if manufacturing has. Ooh, oy, oy, oy. Oh, that's bad. Oh, man, that's bad. Look at this. Ultimately, what is the key catalyst for dropping mortgage interest rates? Economy. It's economy getting the U.S. dollar. Cam, the U.S. dollar is what's causing it to happen. The U.S. dollar, it's putting pressure on it. That's what I was saying. The whole tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Folks, tariffs are not a bad idea, but tariffs are inflationary. And I'm not talking about President Trump. I'm forget about him for a minute. Tariffs are inflationary. Period. Tariffs, 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 tariffs. Trump winning the election. Tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Again, please don't. I'm not. Don't kill the messenger. Tariffs. If he stops talking about tariffs, this is going to come down. Or the Fed is going to say we have to lower rates in anticipation of tariffs. It's tariffs are inflate. Look. Let me show you guys. Tariffs, inflationary. Okay, just look it up online. It's not. Trump's economy plans would worsen inflation. It's inflationary. This is not according to Uncle Roger. This is just basic economics. Please don't shoot me for saying the obvious. But Trump, it would be Trump saying we're going to lay off the tariffs, or the Fed lowering rates faster than the long bond can go up, which is why I say I wish they would lower rates half a basis point, because if they lower rates half a basis point, it may do some damage and undo what we're seeing right now. They have to now compensate for this new wrinkle, this tariffs wrinkle. It's a good question. It's a great question. Okay. It's a great question. So again, we're not, and again, I'm not getting political here. I'm just explaining to you economic policy right now. Um, So China not really doing much for us right now. Japan is keying off of Nvidia like everybody else. Nvidia's down 2%. Oh wait, it's not. It's actually now positive. Snowflake did really, really good. There aren't really other earnings to pay attention to. But today we have Deere, Intuit, Copart, Ross Store. Ross Store will reflect on consumer staples and consumer discretionary, and so will BJ's. So my suggestion is to keep an eye on Ross. Actually, let me take a look. Maybe they're already out. Let's see. Raw store up 1% and BJ is down. Or actually, no, BJ's up too. So Raw store and BJ's are both up. And Nvidia strong. Ooh, nice and strong right now. It's up 2% right now. Up 2% right now. And let me take a look right now. Yeah, all tech stocks are moving up. All right, let's continue. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted to see what the jobless claims was. Thank you for that. Probably, if I had to guess, right on par. Right on par. Do I know my numbers or what? No, no monkey, nothing. As it's been since COVID, just nothing, nothing. But again, this right here could be a major, major problem. This is not good. This is very bad for manufacturing. And by the way, folks, manufacturing, what do we manufacture? Consumer staples, consumer discretionary. Target. Okay. All right. So let's continue. We got a lot to talk about. Now we still have plenty to talk about. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. Like the channel. Hey, Ivan, good morning. Oh, let me post my missive for the morning. Live o'clock with Kane, weekly cash flow. Perfect market for it, actually, right now. Number two, VIP room. And I'm sure Cam is going to have and Gustavo and Gustavo. Every time I don't mention your name, I mention Cam. It's just because I don't do it on purpose. Please, you guys are both awesome. Let me get Cam and Gustavo's link here. You guys don't realize how much you do for the company, folks. You don't realize how much these two do for the company and how much time they save me. They are like my biggest time savers in the world. Okay. So, volatility. Pay attention to what I'm about to say right now. This is important stuff. All right. 18 on the upper end, 15 on the lower end. If I think the market's going to do what it's going to do, it's probably going to start heading lower back into the 15 level because Nvidia is starting to catch a bid, Amazon is starting to catch a bid. A lot of these techie stocks are starting to catch a bid. So I'm expecting volatility to start cooling off as we start the day. The key levels you want to watch for today are going to be 17 and 15, okay? 17 and 15, okay? 17 and 15. If we go above 17, the next level is 18, and I will be broadcasting this. Today's going to be a tumultuous day. So I said tumultuous day. So I'm going to be broadcasting this and giving you guys levels. You guys need to know levels for the day. Yeah, we're right here. I think this is in real time. Hold on. Yeah, we're right around here right now. So again, I want to see us go down. I want to see us goes down. The next level, if you want to play this on a micro level, the next level is going to be right here. It's going to be 16. So you got 17, 16, and 15. Okay? You mean dead? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about at this point, Rochelle. I've been saying so much. All right. So again, you guys understand? Capiche? 17, I'm expecting us to go down to 16. And if we break 16, we can go down to 15. Just remember 15, 16, 17 today. Nice and easy, okay? What about the stock market? Let's talk about the SPY a little bit, and then I'll get into all the accoutrements. Need to talk about today. This is important. Okay. Remember what I told you. Now, this is the time where you quiet and listen with your ears and listen carefully. Do you guys remember what I told you yesterday? I said yesterday that I don't think we were right here above the 8-day EMA yesterday. I said to you yesterday very calmly, I said, I don't think we're ready to go higher just yet. We don't have a catalyst, and institutions are not going to make big bets. And I dare anybody to Pick up yesterday's video from yesterday morning and listen to it. And I dare anybody to say that I did not say what I'm about to say. And if you were listening to what I was about to say, then you probably would have made money yesterday. So listen, I'm going to repeat what I said yesterday. And by the way, in case you're curious why I did not liquidate our long stock from last week in the pit, it's because of what I said yesterday and what I'm going to repeat today. And none of you are going to post the ticker here because you know better than that. Okay. So here's what I said yesterday. I said yesterday that we are above the 8-day EMA. But here's where we were yesterday, right here. We just had this little bar here yesterday, and I dare anybody who doesn't have a perfect memory recall to listen to the tape that I said yesterday. I said to you guys yesterday, listen and look at this is how the movie works, and this is why if we watch the same movie every day, we get to see, we get to understand the next step ahead of time. And if you can predict the market 6 hours in advance, well, I'm not going to tell you how valuable this is. So yesterday we came in right here. All right. November 19th. And yesterday we came in right here. We had only 132 stocks and 90. I said we don't have a lot of directional momentum yet. I also said something else that was very, very interesting yesterday for those that were paying attention. I also said that we have strong fragmentation, that we're all over the place. We don't have momentum and we're all over the place. And we have Nvidia earnings tomorrow. This is me talking yesterday. Listen to what I said. I said, guys, we're breaking above the 8-day EMA. This was yesterday pre-morning, exactly 24 hours ago. I said, we're breaking this level. I don't think we're going to break this level today. And I said, what I believe we're going to do is consolidate and continue doing exactly what we did right here. This was yesterday at this time. I said, I think we're going to continue doing that because we're in a wait and see pattern, and we need to see whether we're going to break down to the downside or the upside. And Nvidia is going to make that decision for us. So till that time, we're going to keep our powder dry because I believe today is going to be a day like this. And look at what happened yesterday. Look at the low and look at the high. Now, do you guys remember what I said? I said, on the other hand, after Nvidia comes out with earnings, if we stay up here, there's a good chance we're going to break up and fill the gap. Now, did I not say that yesterday several times here and in the morning in the VIP room Telegram channel and in the pit Telegram channel, drawing you this level and explaining to you when we were down yesterday right here intraday, I was saying, I don't think we're going to lower or break down anything. We don't have the power. We don't have the strength. But today we do. Penny says, yes, that's exactly what you said yesterday. I'm going to show you guys this. I'm not kidding around when I was saying this yesterday. Look. Let me go back all the way to the morning yesterday, right here. Here. Look what I drew for you yesterday, right here. Look. See this? I also said reversal candle. Basic. Let me show you something. This is the daily on the SPY. The reason why I'm holding the stock that I'm still holding is because if we break lower the horizontal red line, drew with gusto, then I would be very concerned. And I'm showing you everything on the SPY, and I'm showing you the reversal bar that happened right here yesterday, right here at the bottom. You used that in your trading yesterday. Good. Was it helpful? Was it helpful? Was it helpful how I predicted the future for you guys using exactly what we talk about here and how you were able to anticipate this bar today based on what happened yesterday and how I guided you? Yeah, I said exactly that. And here's me saying it in the public channel right here. Look. Here's that. See, I kept circling this. I kept circling this. I kept showing you how I don't think there's more downside. Anyways, so Good. So so now we are filling this gap. Now we are now confirming, not thinking like we did yesterday. We are confirming a move higher, aren't we? Hit the like button, guys. You're not going to learn this anywhere else. So we were able yesterday to use lack of momentum, lack of Fed data, and the fact that Nvidia is coming out with earnings today to anticipate that the market yesterday was not going to do anything. Now I want to ask you an interesting question. I'm going to ask you an interesting question. Did I zone in like this? Did I go here to tell me this? Did I do this to tell me that? Go back 25 days, look at intraday trends, or did I zoom out as far as I could? I looked at momentum levels on the SPY. I looked at fragmentation. I looked at how many stocks were making 90-day high, 90-day lows. I looked at the bond market, the fact that it was still going down. I looked at the fact that Nvidia earnings are today. What I did was I didn't go and ask the girl to marry me at the restaurant. What I did was I went to the restaurant first. I timed how long it would take me to get there. I looked inside to see how people dress. Then I went back home and I looked the girl up on social media and I did a little intel on her. I wanted to make sure she wasn't a guy. I wanted to make sure she spoke my language. Then I went to the restaurant to meet her before even knowing what her last name is. But this is really important. And I'm not trying to do this so you guys give me hey, Roger, you were right. It doesn't matter if I was right or if I was wrong. I'm teaching you guys the correct methodology to move forward. Okay. So this graph going 25 days back, 4-hour graph would tell me absolutely nothing. But zooming out to a daily chart and looking at the 8-day momentum and looking at these bars told me exactly where the low was going to be yesterday, told me we weren't going to break out yesterday, and gave me a good indication that if we closed above the 8-day EMA, that we were going to fill this gap. And now we have a much better directional bias to the upside than all the fools that are shorting the market because they thought that Nvidia was going to underperform. Folks, listen, you're not going to get this anywhere else. This comes from almost 31 years of experience. This doesn't come from me reading a couple of books, okay? So the next level on the spot, now we can look intraday to see what the next level is. Although honestly, I wouldn't really even do that. The next level is right here. 597, 598, 597, high 597s, 598. But let's say you guys want to go intraday. Say you want to go 4 hours. Let's say 25 days back. The next level is 595. And then the next level is right here, 598, and then 600. Honestly, I wouldn't even do that today. I would just stick with the daily, and I would look right here, 597, right here. We need to go right up here, okay? Let's do the same thing with the QQQ, shall we? No, you're not going to find this anywhere. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. You guys are welcome. Now, look at QQQ. Same thing. Look, VWAP, a quarter to date VWAP right below us. What happened? We keyed off and we couldn't break it again. Yesterday, hard break, almost at the 8-line V and almost at the 8-day EMA. Today, we're above the 8-day EMA. We don't have to guess if we're going to go up or down. We now have a clear line till 512.19. 512-ish, okay? Dow Jones. Dow Jones is lagging. Dow Jones has that interest rate exposure, right? But we're above the 8-day EMA. Look at that. Went down, almost hit the quarter to date VWAP, which I advocate quite a bit. And now we're completely above the 8-day EMA. We are clearly moving higher according to the market. The next resistance is at right where I drew this line, maybe a hair lower, right around 440, 441. Whoops, my mouse flipped over. Look at that. Better than a car flipping over. My mouse flipped over. Industrial accident. The Russell is now above the 8-day EMA, although the Russell has a pretty big hill to climb. So I would be very cautious with this because this is a lot harder to overcome than this. Let me show you and teach you something else right now. When you're trading pullbacks, this pullback is 10 times better than this pullback. This is a completely different lesson. You see this pullback? You see this pullback? A professional trader will trade this pullback. An amateur will trade this pullback. Do you know why? Because this pullback is deeper. The amateur will feel a lot more warm and fuzzier about trading a pullback here because he's getting in at a lower price. The pro will know that the lower the price goes, the better the odds that it'll stay there. And it's much easier to recover from this pullback than this pullback. It only took me about 10 years to figure that out. Just 10 years, that's all. Maybe 12. Look how we filled the gap here and we went back up. Does that mean this isn't going to go higher? No, it just means that after being punched this hard, it's much harder to come back up than being punched this hard. Right. It's very counterintuitive, isn't it? Yes, Tony, very much so. You're absolutely right. But again, it's much easier to overcome this being punched this hard than the other one. I would take a screenshot of that and write it down. Boy, I'm giving you... Did I tell you I was going to give you a lot of value today? Am I giving you guys value? Am I helping you navigate the market? No, one has depth and strength deep. The other is subtle and easily reversed. Exactly. Good. Then hit the like button. Wow, 565 people, and let's see how many likes we got. 256 likes. All right, hit the like button, guys. Also, again, Premiere with Kane, Income Project. Very, very cool. How to make extra cash on the weekends. You guys will love it. If you guys love this, wait till you see the 1 o'clock session today. Also, I'll be in my VIP room at noon giving you the second part of this. And also, guys, Gustavo and Cam show. That's how I'm going to remember it. I'm going to just say Gustavo and Cam instead of Cam and Gustavo. All right, let's do that. By the way, today's the first day that it's below 60 degrees here in the morning. I'm actually going to have to wear a jacket today. I'm thrilled to death. I'm so sick of the heat. We've had months and months of the heat. Okay, so we still are fragmented. If this takes off, the biggest thing I'm going to be looking at is how fast it passes past that 597 level. No, Frankie, it's not a subset of the S&P 500. It's the smaller stocks that are not in the Russell 2000. And if you and look, let me show you something. If you looked at momentum levels, you'll see that the Russell 2000 only has 58% of stocks above the 200-day moving average and 57 above the 50-day, which means the small caps are very, very vulnerable. Now, the NASDAQ 100 is very close to that, but it's almost at 60%, and it's looking better, but there's a lot of vulnerability in smaller stocks on the NASDAQ 100 and the Russell 2000 stocks, which are smaller stocks. Wow. Below 40 in Austin. Wow. Whew. Wow. You know, Cam, I always thought New Mexico was like Vegas, like hotter weather. I like what I'm hearing here. This is very nice. I always thought it was more like Nevada. You know, I got to look it up. That's very cool. I didn't know you guys get weather like that there. So be careful. And you only have 69% of stocks trading in the S&P. So we do have vulnerability. Now, here's what's interesting. If these numbers start declining precipitously, yes, I said precipitously, but you still see markets making all-time highs, we're going to have to start looking at the equal-weighted SPY versus the non-equal-weighted SPY. That's when all the FANG stocks lead at the expense of everything else. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. Let me show you what I mean to give you some perspective. I may be a little late to work today, guys, but I think we're having fun here. This is the equal weighted SPY. Notice so far it looks very much like the SPY. If the large caps start really outperforming and the smaller stocks stay down here, then we're going to see a big divergence. But we're not seeing that yet. It's not an issue yet. Wake up with snow on my truck. Wow. Brush fires. I hear you, Rochelle. Oh, Rich. I thought it was Rochelle. Don't you both, hey, Richard and Rochelle, don't both of you guys live in upstate New York? I confused you both. Don't you both live somewhere upstate New York? If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, please excuse me. But I thought both of you guys live in upstate New York. Correct me if I'm wrong. And again, it's not a big deal. All right. So higher on technology. I like what I'm seeing on Nvidia. Let's see how the bond market is reacting to this Michigas this morning. Let's see. Nvidia's cooling off a little bit. SPY's cooling off a little bit. The bond market is rallying, actually. It just rallied. It didn't take off, but it's kind of neutral right now. Kind of expecting, honestly, the market's only up 0.44 right now. And the QQQ is up 0.48. So it's going to be interesting. I want to see the market stand on its own, but I really like what I'm seeing with the QQQ right now on a daily. This is very bullish in my opinion. Okay? Very bullish. You're between Albany and New York City. I used to go to Albany all the time, Richard. That's where the group that I used to trade for, the cult that I used to trade for, that's where they used to, the Bronfmans, that's where they used to live in Albany. That's where I used to travel all the time to. Which one will go up? They both will go up. Rochelle says, oh, Rochelle, you moved to New Mexico. You originally are from New York. And Rich is upstate. Got it. Upstate. Got it. Hey, Carla, how are you? Good to see you here. Hope you're well. Okay, let's talk about stocks on my chopping block and stocks that I like. We'll do shorts first, okay? Told you I'd make this a great session. Yay, we got a lot of people here. Thank you, Bob. AES, I would put an alert right at 1373. Dollar General. If speculative stocks go up today, defensive stocks usually go down. I think their stock has more downside. And yes, Dollar Tree, I would put in the exact same. Come on, guys, let's try to get 300 likes today, okay? Same thing for Dollar Tree. I'm in the same boat with Dollar Tree as Dollar General. SWK. Now, here's an interesting company, by the way. This is the company I was talking about. So you would think, okay, this is a tool company, right? It doesn't really have anything to do with the housing market, but it does. It does have. This is small tools. When people buy homes, one of the first things they do is buy a set of tools for their garage. Everybody's going, you're absolutely right. I know I am. This is just what people do, right? So again, could be impacted by the housing market. I'm very bothered by this, by the way. This is very bad data, manufacturing data. This is a very bad report, and this report was very meaningful today. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some industrial and basic material stocks, which would be consumer staples too, start taking off. This doesn't bode well for the whole tariff thing, because we're going to need very strong manufacturing if we're going to. We need the firepower for the tariffs, right? Yes, I've mentioned this stock several times here before. Yeah, common sense. But, Rochelle, believe it or not, common sense is not all that common. I would wait till we would hit the the mid 60s level, because 16 level. My cousin Jackie, she married one of his sons, the guess's sons. Beautiful wedding. A-line stock to the short side. We're close. A-line. Folks, don't do anything here. When I do my screening, I sometimes don't have these two indicators on there. That's my bad. StockFetcher, I don't think StockFetcher has. Hey, Brian, if you're still here, can you check if StockFetcher has anchored VWAPs daily? I know they don't have anything intraday. Just out of curiosity, if you're here. If not, I'll have Matt check it out. But I'd love to add the year-to-date VWAP to the stock fetcher. It would, but we want to wait. We want to wait till we're below 56 here. So ignore this stock till we're below 56. Okay. BG, another A-line potential. I've given you this one before. Beautiful stock. Now, see how high up it went? My suggestion would be to wait for it to drop to 86. Once it goes to 86, the odds of it going down are a lot better than them right here. I know you're going to make less money, but your probability will be higher. Right here, the odds of it going to the south right here are much better than it going south right here. Too much upside. Too much upside. Oh, there's thumbs up. Yeah, give thumbs up and hit the like button. Hit the like button. I'm giving you guys red meat. All right, let's move to the upside. PayPal, A-line, potential A-line pullback. And I'm literally giving you levels here. So I would wait till we're above 86, 87. 87 is the buy here. 87. Why? Too much depth, too much consolidation. We want to see more upside. I don't have any thoughts on IBM right now. I think IBM was on my list yesterday. Wasn't IBM on my list yesterday? I swore it was on my list a few days ago. I'll look at it later. Send me an email. Guys, here's my email address. Roger@rogerscott.com. You know, we have very few rules here. Don't mention positions we currently have in any of our portfolios, and no politics. That's about it. All right. So right here, 87. Let's continue. I got another potential A line for you. We're almost there. American Express. I would prefer we wait till we're at 293, or at least 291. At least 291. I would prefer right here 293. Yeah, a couple of days ago we did. Okay, we did have it a couple of days ago. Thank you. Yeah, I could have swore I mentioned IBM. I talk about a lot of stocks. Another potential A line here. I'm giving you red meat, guys. This is red meat Thursday. This is not ready yet. This would be ready right here at 97. 97. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. I'm giving you red meat. Red meat Thursday. Okay, now regular stocks. BKR. Man, I love being here and hanging out with you guys when we have no monkey business. Now, this is ready. That's an A line that's ready right here. All right, let's continue. IP. Both Kane and I brought up this stock at different times yesterday. I like this stock quite a bit. FBTC. This is a crypto stock. Yay! We got 300 likes. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate it. 11th. Okay, so I did. And I talked about it lately. Look at Bitcoin. Please don't do anything till we're at 79-ish, around this area right here. Hey, love it. Actually, we got 304 likes. I'm going to take a screenshot. Perfect. All right, let's continue. Some stocks need to be pulled back. Donut King. We haven't had this one in a few weeks, actually. I almost forgot about it. Draft King. Look at that. Nice breakout. D-Dog. Constantly on and off our charts, right? Constantly. Nice breakout. Wait for this to come back to this area, okay? But we have confirmation. CENX. Nice trend. Oracle, especially with tech stocks potentially moving up today. One of my favorite stocks right now. Yes, discount pricing experts. That's right. Very much that. It could be very much that. Look at this stock. Look how beautiful this stock looks. What a beauty, huh? What a beauty. FI. Now, some of these stocks we've been talking about for a while, and some of these stocks are, brand new to the game. Uh, this one, last one more, and please wait for a pullback to the 215 level. GMed, last one. I got to get out of here. I'm late for work. Right here, guys. We have a nice breakout right here. All right. So to summarize everything, join me today. World premiere, guys. World premiere at 1 p.m. Kane's brand new strategy puts money to work for you over the weekends while you rest. Nothing is better than making money over the weekend when the market is closed. It has a 90% win rate, and the average gain is over 25-30% just over the weekend. You definitely want to get in on that. My VIP room will be at noon today, as usual. I'm going to try to conserve my energy because I have two webinars today. And I will see you guys here. Let me just post this. Here's a link to Gustavo and Cam show. And if you guys have a question, Roger at rogerscott.com. I bid you all a farewell, and I will see you all on the other side. Bye, guys. Have a great day, everybody. All right, Buck. Send me those emails, Buck.